let's get spooled up. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another RC propaganda video. What if I talk really fast like this? Alright, gotta put a diff spool in my Losi Lmt. So I recently picked this up. I'm going to do some monster truck races, and one of the rules is you had to have a diff spool. Now, it's just a shakedown. I didn't need to have it in, but I really would like to get it in just to see how the truck is going to be. Not something I would actually recommend, really, for the truck unless they require it for racing. It was available, and they require it, so I picked it up. I got it here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get this thing in. I actually don't really know how it's going to go in. We're going to look in the manual, see if they have it, but I have done a spool before, so I believe all I got to do is just put the gear onto the spool. I don't think it's anything too crazy. The diff comes out of this truck really easy, so we're going to flip this bad boy over, pull the diff out, and figure it out. So let's get to work. So before we get to work, I just want to let you guys know I recently launched the channel memberships. I know that's not for everybody, but I do have two different tiers. If you just want to support, you can just be a hobby grade guy. But if you want to step it up and do the full $5, you do get one of our Scale Life Design air fresheners with the lovely Mrs. Propaganda on there. And I will send you two of our latest sticker designs. So as you can see, that is the lovely Mrs. Propaganda. I used that little bit and made the rest. Got these all printed out, so if you want these, you can purchase them separately, or if you are a longtime channel supporter, I know who you guys are, just reach out to me. I know I said I'd hook you guys up, so there's just a select few that will be able to get them that way. But the best way to support me and get cool merch, become the second tier of my channel membership, and make sure you email me rcpropaganda@yahoo.com with your details, because it doesn't look like it's showing me your details when you become the channel member. But that's all you got to do. Reach out when you become a member, and I will send this right out to you. But let's get back to the video. Sipping my tea. Real men drink tea. Yeah. Some sort of mint with honey. Feels real good. Alright, so here is my manual here. Center differential. So bing, bang, boom, goes into the cup. Just tells you about it. Let's see if there is anything in the back of the book. This is all in different languages. Okay, so that's not working. Let's go back to this. Check the ring pinion. So I'm assuming I just bolt the gear onto that. So is there a parts list anywhere? Optional parts. Okay. Let's see. This is part number Losi 242041. What? Does it go in order? 2041. 2041. See, it's not showing it. Cage setup, service saver, side cage, wheelie bar, shock oil, chiller. Yeah. So that's not even in the book. So, alright, that didn't help me. So I think our best bet is just going to be to get that diff out, open this up, and mess around with trying to put the gears on it. So I'll set you guys up on the time lapse, flip this bad Larry over, pull that diff out, and then I'll come back at you. Okay, so here is the spool all complete. You might be able to see I left the gasket on there because I have another one in the rebuild kit. It's actually getting kind of messed up in there. When all you're really doing is just bolting on the big I don't know what they call that, the ring gear, I guess, kind of like the spur, onto the spool, and then that will catch the gear in the transmission part of the truck or whatever you want to call it. And then all you got to do is take the diff apart for your bearings. What you could do if you want to make it easier is build a lockout and then keep another diff completely built. I think that's what I'm going to do. I took it all apart. As you can see, my cups here are empty. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get one of the pins back in there. I'm not looking forward to that. So I think I'm going to order a rebuild kit with all the parts, and then all I got to do is just swap in my spool when I'm ready for racing. So it's all on there. These nuts are really slick. I got to go through. I just wanted to test them first and add Loctite to them so that way they stay on, but they are a good lock washer that is on there. If you look, it's got the nylon ring in it, and the way they go on is pretty slick. You could use an open end if you had the right size, but what they do is it's flat spotted here, so the nut actually catches on. So what you do as you thread in is you put your nut against there, and then the screw will catch the nut and pull it in. If you try to screw the nut all the way in and then get the nut on there, it's not going to fit because of that little squared off piece that catches it. So you can kind of see here that holds it. So I just got to add Loctite to this. I already tested it and it works. So you just got to remember the orientation. It goes in this gear, goes towards the back of the truck. So you just want to make sure you bolt the spool on the right way. It's pretty simple, but it did take me a few minutes to kind of figure it out. There was nothing in the manual, and there's no one else that has done it. So at least I can kind of show you. I put it in there. It seemed to work. The wheels are spinning the right way and everything. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. You don't have the diff with the oil and all those other little gears working. It's just simply, full power center differential. So I'm going to go ahead, add Loctite to these, get it all bolted back up, and then show you it working. Boom, all done. Rather simple. Just took me a few minutes. Like, I had done a TRX4 diff spool before, and I remembered all I did was take out that locking device, and then I just put the gear onto the spool. So I kind of was like, okay, that's kind of the same thing. That one was in the axles. This one was just in the center diff. So all you have to do is take your diff apart, or what I would recommend is picking up extra bearings and just in the gear itself. That way you don't have to take your diff apart. It's just that one gear on, I don't know what you call that gear that sits in the bottom of the diff cup inside here. The pin is going to be a pain to put back in. So if you can avoid doing that, or unless you're good at doing it, I haven't done it yet to see, but I kind of just have a feeling it's not going to be easy to get back in. But the more I think about it, if you put the pin in there first, I don't know, whatever. But you might want to just, if you're going to race and they want you to have the spool, just get a spool and a rebuild kit and then just build your spool. And then you don't have to switch out anything other than the spool and the diff. Just you undo your cover, pull those 4 screws out with that piece that goes over the bearings that holds it down, and then you can just switch back and forth nice and easy. I don't think it's something you need to do to your truck. I didn't have any issues. I didn't do it for any particular reason. I simply was told it's on the instructions, on their rules rather, on their website for the race anyway, that you need to have the spool. So I'm assuming they'll just pop your cover off for the tech inspection and they'll see you have it on there. Not sure why they have it required, but maybe, I don't know, I can't really think of a reason, but there was no reason I did it. I simply did it because they're saying I need it for the race. So it's not something, a performance enhancer, I guess. I mean, I don't know, maybe if you're doing freestyle, you might want that, but to me it seems like you could break stuff more because now you don't have any give with your fluid or any tunability. It's just going to be 50-50 split, I guess, full power this way to each wheel. So it's all in there. Everything went rather smooth, and the truck will be ready to rip, and I cannot wait to race it, and we'll see if the spool holds up or breaks. I'm going to actually go and order a new kit right now so I can get this diff all ready, and then just pull this one out, the spool out, and then drop in my new diff because the race is only going to be one time a month, and I'm not really sure that I'm going to want to run that spool in there. So, you know, that's a personal preference. It's up to you if you think, you know, you want the spool, or I don't know, let me know in the comments if there's a reason that you think the spool is good or whatnot. I'm not an expert in that stuff, but I figured out it's in there. Like I said, just you hold that nut up against there, it will catch, and it's a nylon locking nut, so you still want to use Loctite, but hopefully that stays together. I'm a little worried about it. I'm not really going to be driving the truck until the race, so hopefully everything stays together. Well, alright guys, this is going to wrap it up for this video. Really appreciate you watching. Don't forget, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at RC_propaganda, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.